Don't mind me just trying to reread what the dwarves do, because boy, has it been a long time since I played this game. I must have backlogged quite a bit during previous sessions, because I have not had to play this game for a while. And, looking at this, I'm definitely thinking, like, I kind of want that. Kind of want that. I'm not sure about the Landsknecht thing. He's a little weird. Gaining 1 charge from loyalty doesn't hurt, but it's, I don't know about that. And I'm not crazy about the Hajduk necessarily either, but, you know, could be good. Really, the Hajduk's not the worst, it's just that other ways of getting more charges are kind of better. But you could stack it in, I suppose. But really, the Sapper... just damage unit by 4, and if it's destroyed, repeat this ability. Once you go from 2 damage to 4, it gets a lot easier, at least in some scenarios, to pull that off. Like, units that have 4 are more common, at least when you're fighting, like, monsters and whatnot. And being able to just chain your way through all of them sounds like it could be pretty powerful. Yeah, we'll have to see what I end up buying next, because I have successfully purchased those upgrades that used up all my wood that I was anticipating for so long. There's the recruit cap, which has spent a lot of the gold, but aside from that, not a lot going on. Anyway, while we were gone, I did some reading of the Witcher universe for a bit. Hello, click. In particular, I didn't read a new book, but I did read all 3 graphic novels that are out right now, which are not from the creator of The Witcher. They're from the creators... I believe they're from the creators of The Witcher games, including which includes this one. In that I think it's the same story director or writer or something like that from the games that have been coming out. I was just thinking about this because I was looking at this map and I'm like, there's actually like a joke about these maps in one of the graphic novels, where there's a this one person has a perfectly decent map of Novigrad in their house, but the person who did it just can't stop themselves from drawing people having sex. So like all around the border, instead of these types of pieces of art, it's just a lot of sex, just all around the outside, just framing this very high detailed map of Novigrad. So like you got to keep the map because it's useful, but like it's been curbed a bit. Do I have to? So I'm wondering if I have to worry about being attacked in some kind of mechanical way by the bad thing that showed up in the forest. They said that you shouldn't make noise in this swamp, or the thing happens. But how do you be quiet with an army in the swamp? People just are kind of noisy in general walking around in a swamp, but an entire army? I don't know about that, man. I think I can't get back there until I go around. Yeah, that's a different path altogether.
Hidden among brambles, Meve watched the Nilfgaardian sentries atop the palisade. In full gear, alert in stance, they looked sharp and ready to defend the stronghold.
Blast!
Meve hissed, for she now knew Red Lobinden would not fall by surprise. A siege would be needed, and it would slow her advance. Yet there was naught she could do, as this was her one road to Angren and to Caldwell. Reynard wiped the sweat from his brow, donned his helmet, and dropped his visor with a tap.
On your command, Your Majesty.
Huh. Attack or stand down. What happens in the stand down option? There are people on the palisade, ready to defend their stronghold. They will not fall by surprise. We need to have a siege. I wish that I had context for what she means or what she intends. If I'm role-playing her, I'd like to know what she's thinking if we stand down. Or is it just I opt out of this scenario and then I come back?
Soon, Reynard.
Began the Queen, her eyes narrowing slightly.
But not just yet. Our battle plan I must first devise. Sound the retreat for now.
Oh, that's all it is. Okay. It's not a choice.
Once more, the Lyrians stood before the stronghold of Red Lobinden.
On your sign, your grace. We await,
said Reynard.
Very well. We mustn't delay. Reynard, our plan of attack. Armored infantry to lead and take the first salvo upon their breast, scaling ladders to follow. Afterwards...
Masterful. Truly masterful.
Interrupted Gascon.
Yet, despite the mastery, fit to be improved.
How, namely?
Hold back your force. Lie in waiting. I'll take 10 good men and open the gates for you. Wide.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I was thinking, like, when there was the hold your troops back option, I was thinking, like, oh, can we send Gascon in to do some sneaky? Isn't that the plot of Prince of Persia, the movie? I've never played the game, so I don't know if it's from the game or not. But they specifically send in a covert group to open the gates from the inside to make the kingdom fall. So like I was thinking of that, and so I kind of when we had the choice to hold our troops back, I thought that Meve was going to make this leap herself.
And how do you aim to achieve this?
Asked Reynard.
Knock and claim to be a trinket peddler, I suppose. Or perhaps one of Lebioda's devout disciples.
Must you know every last detail? Where's the fun in that, sir?
There's none in warfare. Never.
Seethed Reynard.
For war is no farce. Your Majesty, he stands no chance. Not the slightest.
None at all, I concur. Yet his eagerness intrigues. Let's see what he can do.
Reynard did not approve of Meve's decision, this was clear. Yet he dared not undermine it. The Queen's blessing now his, Gascon assembled a small force and set off, straight for the stronghold gate.
Lambs to the slaughter,
muttered Reynard, shaking his head.
My Queen, it's not too late. We can always...
Shh! Look.
Already at the gate, Gascon lifted his arm in a gesture of peace, then merrily bantered a bit with the guards. A moment later, the gates jerked into motion.
But how?
No matter. The gate stands open. We must attack.
Meve raced off towards the fortress without even glancing back. She knew well her soldiers would follow.
Sneaky, sneaky. I wonder what he said. The battle of Red Lobinden. The guards continued their attempt to close the gate, but Gascon's men quickly disposed of them, thrusting their knives between gaps in the heavy plate. The Lyrians raised their fists in triumph and cheered, but Meve was quick to silence them. Their celebration was premature. True, the invaders lost the tactical advantage, but had not yet been defeated. Short fight. I always feel like I have a bit of an advantage during short fights just because I can commit everything and I have scary things to commit. Whereas the 3-round fight has me hedging my bets a lot more and second-guessing myself. Alright, every turn on turn end to boost a random ally. Alright, I remember you. I remember you. Yeah, okay. Straight to Spala. That's good if I can draw fire. Gabor Zigrin means I can play 2 of these things from my hand, which is pretty good. Oh, get out of here. Hey, look, there's my fire. I can use his bottomless pockets plus to draw these 2 trinkets. 2 of them if I want. Let's do these ones, because these are my end game trinkets. Is those 2. Ooh, a Grey Rider. Wait, that's my strategy with Zigrin, is that if he's in my hand at the beginning of the game, then I throw out 2 of my trinkets so that I can have him play them instead, letting me draw more cards. But if I draw him midway through the game, then it's too late. I can't use bottomless pockets because there's no trinkets in my deck. So then I attack. I think that's the intention, because as far as I'm aware, trinkets have to be in your hand at the beginning of the game. So like you have to manually discard them to make Gabor Zigrin's trick even work. There might be other ways of drawing or creating deck trinkets, like some card mechanic somewhere. Maybe. I do want to try out the new Shield Bearer. Right now my problem is I have a lack of ways to draw new cards. There's you, but I would like more If I play him at the beginning, he could be doing, yeah, 2 damage per turn is going to stack up, where this guy does 12 damage in one go though, which is pretty good. And if he gets boosted by Odo, then he'll do another 12 damage each. That might be better than anything the cavalry can even do over the course of the entire match, which might be up to 20 damage, except he might also just die, and so on. Really? Hey Xavier, really wish I had the characters I want to use you on, but you could technically make these guys do a lot of attacks, I guess. But he could do that with just one of them, so I can get rid of the other one and still hope for something cooler. These are great to draw together. A war wagon. Oh.
Oh, ha-ha! The strays have come to play.
All right. I'm still holding out hope. I'll have to hope that where is he? That you draw my drummers, I hope. Yeah. Wow, he's got a built deck. Or a built field, I mean to say. Alright, I'm currently using the broadsword again? Okay. So... Huh. Why am I using the broadsword? I must have changed to that for something specific. Oh wait, no, a new map means that they reset my ability sometimes, don't they? Because I was using the one that lets me pick what's on top of the deck or something like that, I think. Alright, that's a lot of cards. Oh, infiltrators that aren't in infiltrator mode, so they're just kind of hanging out, stuck, unawares. If in hand, deck or battlefield, strengthens itself by 2 whenever an enemy unit appears on the ranged row. Oh. Okay, so every time I play anyone back here, these guys are going to get stronger. There's 2 of them. Gascon is over there. Every 2 turns on turn start, destroy a random Nilfgaardian ally. Oh. If Meve passes, move to the other side of the battlefield. Oh, so when I'm done, he'll rejoin me anyway. Okay, so I want to avoid hurting Gascon if I can, because he's over there. Oh, these are stray infiltrators. After 2 turns, boost this unit by combined power of adjacent units and move to the... Those are mine. Neat. That makes this list even more complicated. Alright. Every turn on turn start, boost the adjacent units by 1 if this unit has armor. This guy's going to boost himself by that much power, then come back. Same for you. Deploy, draw a card of this unit. Well, the deploy effect doesn't affect anything because they're already on the field. But there's 3 of them. If I kill any of them, then every instance of it from their deck is destroyed. You don't want that to be on the field at the beginning of the game. Okay, this is maybe the threatening one. Destroy... damage an enemy by 2 if it was destroyed, spawn fire on its row. Oh, gross. No, thank you. Let's get the fire started.
This could hurt.
That's always fun. It's very tempting. So it's tempting to attack all of the 5s because there's a lot of them, but it would attack the ones that are on my team. I should attack the 4s because these 2 will die, which means I don't have to worry about the ranged row anymore. And then these ones will start running out of armor, hopefully, so they'll stop boosting people. And then these 2 both shot the pikemen. Okay. They both went straight for the ranged row. So it's a good thing I got rid of the guy that gets a boost from that. Alright, now I'm already in the lead. Wrong. After 1 turn on turn start, summon a copy of this unit. He just keeps drawing more. Don't they keep drawing more over and over again? But he does have to have them in the deck. How many do you have in your deck? I can't look at that. It's not a puzzle. It's not a puzzle level, so I can't check. It says not considered played, but this effect doesn't require you to be played. It just says after 1 turn. Could be wrong about the logistics there. Maybe. Technically should have played this guy first. Whoops. Yeah, I should have played that guy first. That was a misplay. Not only would have boosted that guy, or anyone I played, but when these guys came over, they would have been boosted, which is obviously good. Now there's 2 scorpions. They have a cooldown of 1, so they're gonna attack often. Get the ale played. Maybe I should have played it up here if Knickers was going to go to where it was played, because the Grey Rider would have boosted Knickers. I was only thinking about the ale. And I'm like, well, he can't boost the ale, so it doesn't matter. But clearly it did. You thinking, computer? I see your fire's thinking. That front row emptied pretty quickly. There's things I can do about the fire. It's not really anyone I want that badly to set the power to be equal to mine. Not that badly. I mean, he's twice as powerful, I guess. Yeah, I can weaken a bunch of these characters a bit. But this is also fun. Which is just to throw them all into the fire. Hello, hello. Stop attacking me, please. There we go. And if I stack them up enough, we get to do the bad on them. We get to do the bad all over them. What's your ability? Draw a card if you are losing every 4 turns. Oh, shit. Okay, should check that sooner. He's never losing though so far. They do have a lot of units. But once I start attacking properly, that's going to be a problem for me. Only every 4 turns though, so by the time I start attacking, it'll be like 1 or 2 card draws. Let's even out these rows. There's too many people in the back compared to the front, so mainly for this guy, because he'll alternate to boost people. We're going to have some fun. Let's try this out, because I don't know what it'll draw. Okay, Archer. Who to go for? Well, I can get rid of the armor. And the person, I guess. Oh, cavalry. Start pecking away at Mr. Too Much Power. Now I'm winning. But he's got a 3-turn cooldown to make up the difference. I don't know if he can, though. Maybe they only draw a matching pair? Oh wait, did I kill one of them already? Because if I killed one, they're gone from the deck. But I'm not sure. But I think they might only each draw 1 matching pair each or something. Or maybe he just ran out of them in his deck. Maybe they're all in the field now. Alright, so I didn't draw a single drummer. This is a very unusual round for me with this total lack of drummers we have. It's a weird experience. Let's see. I can just outright weaken some of these units. This guy's down to a 7 now. He's got that sleep period to worry about. Let's see, the 2 things I got rid of are the horn and the bomb. Yeah, that's a game ender. I'm gonna continue to work on this. Come to me. There we go. my goal is to populate this middle ring. Sorry, the front row. With people to burn. And then use the Stray's Spallard to do a lot of damage to the people that are burning in it. 9 looks like a good number right about now. Yay. Things aren't looking great for him, but sure, enjoy that extra card he gets to draw in a couple turns. Hope it turns it around. Wait till he finds out why they're all in the fire row together without Gascon. If I fill my board, he won't be able to switch over.
Notice! All roads lead to Nilfgaard.
Oh, it's one of you. Oh, he's got immune. This will take care of itself. So I can't be manually targeted, which means I can't just use my shield guy to make him have 7. But he's going to lose 25% of his power every time somebody's defeated. And I wonder what might cause that to happen. Oh no. Well, he's looking pretty ordinary right about now. He played him just in time to be set up to be destroyed by what I was about to do. That's pretty funny, actually. And these two are probably going to get killed by the fire this turn or next turn, just making that worse. Oh boy. The left guy died.
A shame I have no time.
What are you? No. Stop taking my buffs. You don't get to have those. Every 2 turns and turn start, move this unit to one row towards the opponent. So he has to slow. Oh, that's weird. But there's no justice in it. One does not kill the messenger. I already did. So he's gonna go towards the enemy every turn. That's interesting. Because he's an emissary, he has to manually cross the border. All right. Well, let's play you. And I'll be sure to make that guy have this guy's power instead of that guy's power at the very least, just to avoid the bad.
Order will triumph. It must triumph.
Again? Dude, is that guy always that strong? That's like a monstrously powerful card. I feel like the AI has to be curbed, right? Like the AI must have rules that make this card reasonable or something. Because if you had this card in a real game of Gwent against other players, I feel like it'd be hilariously overpowered to just be able to play an 81 power card. Like, oh no, if an ally is destroyed, it loses power. Okay, so play it at the end of the round. Ta-da! Like, it's a really easy fix. The AI must have some sort of rules to make it not totally broken. Anyway, I'm gonna take some of that power off of you, if you don't mind, and I'm also gonna give it to this guy. There we go. So that undoes how powerful that unit is, at least. About time for me to play Gabor.
Alright, that's no problem.
Bottomless pockets. Let's do... Northern Wind is not amazing right now, but gonna have to pick both ultimately. Only that guy's gonna get killed by it, but hey, 25% off that guy, I guess. It's a start. Yay! What?
Life is mine now.
Oh right, when the guy on the left died in the fire, it was Duke, and the Duke got. Then he just killed this super powerful unit. God, he's overpowered. I have 8 and 9. I can only fit one more unit. I could play the War Wagon, or I get to bring the Duke back. This is obviously worth 2 more power, but just narratively, it's fitting to take the Duke back. I guess you're a net 16 though, because you gain me 8 and lose him 8. So I do want him to come back into the 1 slot. Also, if I quit before this guy escapes, then actually he ends up not making it to the enemy team, huh? No, the enemy still gets to play his turn. He doesn't. The match doesn't end instantly. There we go. If only he could have been boosted by the Grey Rider. Oh, Mahakamael got him specifically.
That is what you folk lack.
One red Lobinden for you, my lady. Compliments of the house.
That went all right.
Gascon seemed a fiend as he fought his way to the keep, then single-handedly killed the commander. Suddenly leaderless, the Nilfgaardians laid down their arms.
My, Gascon. Colour me surprised.
Pleasantly so, I trust.
Don't fish for compliments, it doesn't suit you. Besides, you know you deserve both medal and title.
I shall hold you to it, my queen.
In due course. But I must know how. What ruse persuaded the Nilfgaardians to open the gate?
Come, my delightful charms, no ruse.
Ah, I see. Not one to share secrets.
Unremarkable, as I see it. I'd hold my tongue too, were my conscience thus burdened.
I've done naught to hide my shameful past, friend. I was a brigand, indeed, yet...
Do not dare take me for a fool. You know of what I speak.
Yet I don't. Reynard, what is this? What the devils is with you?
We're reaching the point in the narrative where there's a decent chance that Reynard is the traitor. And he's also the one that walked us here, so this entire chunk of the story could be a trap because of that issue. And if that is the case, then he's probably trying to cast doubt on Gascon because we've already received the news that somebody must be a traitor among us. And so he's trying to frame... I'm guessing he's trying to frame Gascon, and Gascon... The suspiciousness here is the idea that Gascon may have used his Nilfgaardian connections to open the gate because he's actually on their side. Oh, that's some heavy losses for a ruse. Just like how nothing about Gascon being the traitor makes too much sense, like him having an entire army that he's giving. Like, why would he break us out of jail and give us an entire army to be the traitor? That's a weird plan.
Your Grace, in Mahakam, the Nilfgaardian letter we managed to intercept. Consider your offer accepted. Direct Meve and her force to the agreed site. We await their arrival. Your reward shall be as agreed. 'Twas Gascon who told us Caldwell had received Angren to rule. 'Twas Gascon who suggested we ride for Lobinden. Here, the Blackclads willingly opened the gate, for they expected him to deliver a prisoner. You.
Wait. Gascon suggested that we come here? I could have sworn there was a cutscene where Reynard is the one who told us that we should go here. Shit.
I don't believe this. No, it cannot be.
Deny it, Gascon. Go on. Tell me I'm wrong. Do you require any more proof, Your Grace? What do they promise you? Amnesty? Coin in heaps?
Both. I knew Nilfgaard wouldn't parley with me as a matter of course. To be treated seriously, I needed something they valued. A stroke of luck, it was, the chance to free you from Caldwell's grip. 'Twas in Edirne that we first spoke. Then came to an understanding after Rosberg's fall.
Why do I still live then? Why not snatch me under Knight's mantle, drag me to Red Lobinden in chains?
Meve, I sought to sell you out, I did, and aimed to gain by it. Yet in Edirne, you earned my respect. In Mahakam, my admiration. I swore then I wouldn't follow the terms of the accord I'd made. Instead, I'd let you into the fort and make damn sure the Commandant couldn't reveal the truth. Alas, seems I underestimated Reynard.
Flattery will get you knout. You, sir, are a traitor.
Oh, please, friend. You appear to me a pot that calls the kettle black.
Reynard? What does he mean?
I've no notion, Your Grace. Not the slightest.
Truly? Ha, and I had you pegged for a man of honor. come now, Reynard. Who sent secret missives to Willem? Go on, you really should tell your queen.
What? Reynard?
His Highness guest chambers in Mahakam. One of my lads snuck in. Found a letter bearing the signature of one Reynard Odo.
Reynard, I beg you. Say it's not so. Tell me it's a filthy lie.
Your Grace. I'd hoped His Highness and you would reconcile. To see son stand against mother rent my heart. I wish to help.
Behind my back.
Your Majesty, I sought merely to push the youth to see reason, to open his eyes.
So say you now. Yet I can't know what was in the letters. I can't know what pacts you made. And alas, I can no longer take you at your word.
I'm not alone in having deceived. Yet I am in repairing my wrong.
Meve felt a tempest rise inside her. Yet she could not release it lest it cloud her view. She would solve the problem, strike it from her mind, and resume her journey at once.
Damn. A chance to dismiss one or both of them, and all 4 configurations. This Punnett square of choice is all here. God damn. We must be getting towards, like, this must be, like, the final or penultimate map, I would guess, if things are starting to branch like this. Just because these characters are in a lot of dialogue. A lot, generally speaking. Honestly, I believe Gascon, generally. It's also interesting because his story, like, the part of it where he was doing untrustworthy things was also the part where we didn't trust him, and the part where he was actually coming to our side was also the part where we've come to trust him over time. So, like, the reveal that he was a brigand back when we knew he was a brigand isn't that big of a surprise. And the idea that he might sell us out in one way or another, I've talked about it before, but there had to be, like, some kind of context for it. And yeah, his action here, like I said, would just be really stupid if he was still on Nilfgaard's side, because it's just a really baffling move. Like, this would have been one of his chances to try to betray us, and instead he's just kind of making sure Nilfgaard would not be allied with them, unless Nilfgaard's so ruthless that they're willing to sacrifice an entire keep just for this elaborate ruse with Meve. Meanwhile, there's probably a lot of opportunities where Gascon could just kill Meve individually or so on, if that was their goal or so on. Although, when it comes to, like, how ruthless Nilfgaard is, they might be. Although, the main thing is that they need to be ruthless for a reason, and this keep being sacrificed might technically fall into the umbrella of how ruthless Nilfgaard can be, but it'd just be so pointless and stupid, probably. Like, it doesn't seem like it actually serves a purpose. Whereas Reynard also might just be telling the truth, that he was just trying to convince our son to see the error of his ways, which would make some sense because he's a very old family friend and everything, but he was betraying us by not revealing this information to us because of the fact that it could have been horrible misdeeds, and he could be betraying us, and apparently I'm going to give him the chance.
Drawn and quartered I should have you both. Yet in truth, I cannot do without your aid. Now more than ever. 'Tis the one reason I show mercy and forgive.
Your Grace, perhaps made with doubt, but 'tis the right decision. I shall prove it. Thank you.
Reynard and I rarely see eye to eye, but under the circumstances, I second his every word.
Oh, shut your damn traps! And I believe you're needed in the wagon train. Now!
The Queen's wish was clear and fierce. Gascon and Reynard slid off, leaving Meve to her thoughts.
From the palisade's rampart, Meve gazed out over the marshlands across the Iruga. The Queen sighed deeply. She expected great challenges in Angren. She had also expected, even hoped, to find the one traitor in her midst. But two, and both her close aides-de-camp. She felt a weight upon her heart now.
Blast it all.
She muttered.
Not the first dagger I've taken in the back. Likely not the last either. Yet to pity my lot will help not at all.
From the captive Nilfgaardians, Meve learned Caldwell was at Tuzla Castle, in Angren's very heart. A small detachment would remain at Red Lobinden, while the Queen with the rest of her force set off to face the treacherous Count.
Mom, I must speak to you when you find a free moment.
Oh, got some more follow-up to go on. Can't wait to find out that even more party members are having bad times now. No follow-up dialogue with you guys, huh? I guess we kind of covered everything. The one thing I disagreed with was how strongly she reacted to specifically Gascon's betrayal. Just because the context, she's like, "What? I can't believe it!" And I'm like, really? You found out that the guy who you always kind of thought was a suspect was suspect at the time you thought he was suspect. It's kind of the opposite of what would be unbelievable.